Breaking news! There has been a big crisis in the Manchurian province of China, where the Manchurian trade line has been sabotaged. The railway was built by the Japanese through China to gain resources as they could not get them themselves. Due to the Great Depression, trading tariffs against Japanese goods were placed by China and the US. This resulted in the Japanese economy falling into crisis. The Japanese solution to the dilemma was to build an empire by force. The army's malicious intents led to further attacks and the bombing of Shanghai. Because of this, Japan has invaded China without consultation of the League of Nations. Japan, however, did not stop after this, which eventually got the League's attention. As a result of this, Lord Lytton was sent with a delegation and came to the conclusion that Japan should withdraw troops. 4 months later, the League vote was that the Japanese should retreat out of China. Eventually, the decision was made and no sanctions were put on Japan, as the League couldn't decide who was at fault and was supposedly biased as Japan was the leading member of the League. Consequently, no army was sent. We have sent Cameron Davies to interview Lord Lytton, a key member of the delegation sent by the League of Nations, who was sent at the time of the crisis to bring peace in the midst of the crisis.
Thank you, Charlotte. Hello, I'm Cameron, and with me today is Lord Lytton. He will now explain how he perceived the situation and what actions he took to try and solve the situation.
The League of Nations has faced multiple issues while figuring this case out, but we've done extensive research and found both parties guilty. With China spreading anti-Japanese propaganda and wanting to brand Japan as the aggressor without compromise, and Japan creating the puppet state of Manchuria, rejecting the League's propositions and leaving the League itself.
So it seems it will be hard to find a solution for both parties to accept, especially with Japan out of the League now.
Yes, this is a dilemma that we are facing now. We have asked Japan to leave China, but they have refused. With France unwilling to send troops, we don't have many options and might not be able to solve the situation.
Well, that's the state of the problem right now. Back to you, Charlotte.
Seems like a hard problem to crack. Glad it's not in my hands. Now, to find out what the Chinese people think of this problem, we have gone to the streets of Shanghai to interview some people.
How do you think the League of Nations dealt with the ongoing problem in the Manchurian province?
In my opinion, I think that the League of Nations dealt with this problem very badly, as none of the core 4 countries are willing to take action and the problem hasn't been resolved. The diplomatic party was not sent immediately, and they failed to evaluate the problem to find a solution. Just asking Japan to retreat will not achieve anything, and there are many other solutions. For example, setting trade barriers and tariffs will solve this. But the League of Nations seems unwilling to take action, showing that they are weakening, and this is causing many people to start doubting their power, allowing leaders of countries like Japan to take advantage of this, which could upset the world peace.
Thank you very much for your opinion. This is a very insightful view of the matter at hand. Well, that's how the situation is going at this moment. Back to you, Charlotte.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we learnt a lot today. We hope that we have raised awareness to this issue that is most likely not going to get resolved if no action is taken. I would like to thank our wonderful staff for making this possible, and make sure to tune in to next week's report.